When I first came to America from India, a lot of people didn't know about Sikhism back then.
You know, if you're different, you're bad is very common anywhere you go in the world.
Sometimes I've been called, Osama or Saddam Hussein, or it's just ignorance. But this is just people's way. It's just their ignorance.
The American dream is that you're rewarded for your hard work.
On June 22, 2008, over 60 of America's Sikh youth came to the quiet town of Charlestown, West Virginia. The Claymont campgrounds are surrounded by diverse nature and a few loud chickens. Sikh youth arrived to attend the Carr Foundation's I Lead Sikh Youth Retreat to sharpen and enhance their leadership abilities and skills. This film is directed by 14-year-old Angad Singh, the head of the film workshop. The campers in this workshop helped to create and assemble Boots and Wings, the current film Angad is working on. The campers, counselors, and volunteers also contributed greatly by writing, editing, recording, shooting, and participating. How do you handle situations where people are against you for who you are?
I've faced lots of challenges, like these two boys named Jake and Garrett. We were on our bus, and they kept on calling me terrorist, and it happened a long time.
Like, sure, people they're like, why are you wearing that funny tomato on your head? What's that thing on your head? Yeah, I heard that a lot.
People in my school or like peers, when they first see me, they're like, not that. They're not willing to talk to me as much.
After September 11th, I would say that people definitely look at me a lot differently. I get a lot more stares, comments.
Are we Americans or Sikhs?
Definitely both. There's no difference between being a Sikh versus being an American. I think the values are definitely one and the same. Once you are a good Sikh, you are a good American, and vice versa. Both encourage a very strong work ethic. Both encourage, giving back to your community.
I consider myself a Sikh American or an Indian American. So.
I see myself as both a Sikh and American. On Vaisakhi Day, we have a lot of melas, we have fun activities, and there's Gatka, Bhangra. From American culture, I think the thing that I like the most would be, 4th of July fireworks.
It's a lot of fun. My heritage is definitely a lot of fun. Punjabis and Sikhs alike enjoy celebrations. Punjabis are they're very work hard, party hard.
And my friends used to joke that I'm like a coconut when I was growing up. I was brown on the outside, but white on the inside. And I guess over the years that's sort of changed, and now I'm just a patchwork of many things, and that's what makes me unique and a different thing in society.
When I'm at work, when I'm amongst my coworkers, I think to a large extent they look at me as an American. But pretty much just because of the way I look, anywhere else, I'm definitely looked at as a Sikh first.
Do you hold any responsibilities being a minority?
In public, you can't be stupid and go and do mischievous things because you have your identity, and you aren't only just looking after yourself, but people see you and they classify you as a Sikh and your actions speak for the community you're in.
You know, they're telling me what Jesus said, and I tell them what Guru Nanak said or what Guru Amar Das said. So in that sense, I tried to engage in more dialogue.
I would face the confrontations with just by informing them mainly, try to give them as much knowledge about what they didn't understand as I could. I figured the more people who know about it, the less that people will ask or the less they will try to harass you about it.
And one day I just got sick of it, and when Jake was about to get off of the bus, I pushed him into a seat. I didn't really want to do it, but I couldn't control myself anymore.
The best way to confront the people was just telling them who you are in a nice tone, not in a mean tone, and trying to relate to them in ways that they can understand.
I didn't shout at them. I didn't hit them. I just tried to educate them about our religion.
When somebody does say something, offensive or harass me in some way, just walking in the mall or wherever, I make a point to stop, turn around, and walk right over to that person, and just very nicely walk up to them and say, "Hi, my name is Ruben," shake their hand, and just see how they react, because they're not even expecting for me to not only turn around and talk to them, but they're not expecting to hear somebody without an accent. It just kind of breaks their stereotype.